Hello, hello. Today we are in the Admiral Nakhimov. We are divvied up with a couple of our friends. We have a Burgon and are now being divvied up with us. Now, looking at the matchmaking, this is a pretty decent game. 2 destroyers, a Elbing and a Yu Yang. And we do have a couple of cruisers and BBs, which can be a bit of a problem, but we can deal with them pretty easily as well. Now, my priority focus here is to initially spot using my fighters. These are the fastest planes the Nakhimov does have. Nakhimov has single strikes, as we all know, so we'll just be using the fighters, try and scout, go through the mid. I'm gonna be, playing around the 5, 6, 7-ish, trying to spot the mid. The enemy has a mortar, who we coincidentally spotted. Just drop a fighter there, and we spot the Venezia. Try and help the Elbing out, and we'll just get a strike off on this Ven. Next, we go for the skip bombs. Now, the skip bombs are pretty reliable. I do enjoy playing with the skip bombs. Did a decent 13k salvo on the Venezia. Very nice. Now, here we see that we're playing pretty passive at the C flank. We do have a big push going up towards A. We have Montana, Zab, Burgon, Venezia, Porto, and our Elbing is going up at A. So I'm thinking I'll just try and support this B and C hold. So I turn in and try and look for a decent strike. Now the C cap is pretty tricky. We can see multiple islands in there, and with the CV, enemy CV dropping the fighter there, I don't think our Ragnar is able to cross in without getting focused by Nevsky and the Colombo. There's potentially DD here, so we'll just try and get this flank some focus. I've been enjoying the rockets quite a lot using the Nakhimov. Find them extremely reliable on setting fires. The huge payload itself isn't very nice. And our Petra radars, and we spot the Yu Yang here. As much as I'm trying to provide cover for our Ragnar, he is on the retreat. There is a huge push coming through here. There's a Yu Yang, a Colombo, and a Nevsky. We drop a fighter here, just try and support our Ragnar. And unfortunately, we do fluff a drop here. So, as you can see, I've been cycling through most of my rockets. These rockets are enjoyable. And yep, the fighters do latch on to those torps, so that is very good. We are spotted, so we'll try and reposition a bit, but still keep the focus on this flank. We are doing a good job at A. We just need to hold on to this retreat. We see the Colombo has smoked up, so we are also trying to spot the Yu Yang, or try and get a good strike off on something here, and that's when we see the Plymouth. Still go for the Colombo here, maybe get a good fire, potentially try and set a permanent fire on it. Yeah, the rockets are extremely reliable, as you can see. 13k. Ohio has turned around on the 10 line, and I think it is a good time to move at it. I was thinking we might probably catch this Yu Yang together with the Ragnar being around. Unfortunately, our Ragnar does not have shots on this Yu Yang. So we just try and turn around and go for this Plymouth, which we spotted initially. And this strike does 5.7k, which is exceptionally good. As you can see, our region time isn't the best, but losing planes as well is pretty low. We just lost 2 planes that strike. Nakhimov is strong with these single squadrons. As you can see, attacking per flight is 8 planes together with 12 planes. So 12 ready aircraft and 8 attacking planes. So that just puts in a huge amount of firepower, and we'll just display that on this Plymouth. And we take a good chunk of him. There we go, that's another 10k of him. Now we see our Bourgogne has retreated. Our A flank is doing decent. We have some push going in towards B. We have a Venezia and a Puerto Rico who have turned in. The Ragnar has given up on C, I believe. He has seen 2 radar cruisers and a Colombo pushing in, so yeah, now is a good time to position. Perfect. We move in up towards that island. And we'll drop a fighter here just to keep that spotting in and keep our focus on C. Now the Plymouth is potentially one of the better targets here, since he is on 18k. The Colombo is bowing. Skip bombers, we cannot, it's technically bad to essentially just launch skip bombs when something is bowing, so always try and go for those broadside shots. And as you can see, we just finished the Plymouth off. That was a good chunk of HP. That was around 12k, I believe, which we took off him. Very convenient. And now, once the Plymouth is gone, we try and look for an opening. We see the Ragnar and our Venezia in B, and that's when I think we need to just try and support that. The Ragnar is getting focused by Azao. There are planes out here. Unfortunately, we do not have fighters to provide cover, but we'll just try and help out with this Thunder. This Thunder is a major problem for people capping B, which is the Ragnar. So let's try and deal with that. C cap isn't a big issue now because we do see the Colombo turning out, the Nevsky's turned out. The Monty, not so much, but we do have a Bourgogne, a Yoshino and an Ohio to deal with that. Skip bombs doing insane amounts of damage, 17k just straight off that Thunder. And let's try and reposition a bit, move in towards A, since we are potentially going to win that flank. It looks decent at this moment. And at this point in time, my divmate calls me to try and just go and look for that Yu Yang. That Yu Yang is a big problem. He is herding most of our ships at sea. So we cruise in towards the 10 line. Nakhimov planes are extremely slow, as you can see. They are pretty slow. So you need to try and manage how you're taking your engagements using your squadrons. And just as we're going to strike the Monty, we spot the Yu Yang. Now as you can see, we are somewhat running out of these fighters. We've been using them, cycling them through quite a lot, which is extremely beneficial for us. Our skip bombs are on hold as well. Yeah, and we move in around here so that we have that good position where we do not get crossfired. As we can see, C is trying to initiate a push again. They have the Yu Yang, which is a powerful element for them to push through. So moving in towards A, and we try and get some spotting at A, or get some strikes out as well. We do have a strong flank here, however, they are wary of pushing because of Zhao and Venezia sitting on the outside. So I believe supporting this flank is gonna be a good option. Unfortunately, we lose our Yoshino at sea, and the points are still in the red favor. Now here is a good display of what fighters will do, rocket planes will do if we strike something which is bow end. Not too much damage, that was around 5k-ish. If we had the broadside of the Zhao, that would have been a really good chunk, potentially around a 15k chunk if we got the broadside. However, we saw we just had to take that shot because it was bow end. The Zhao is caught in a crossfire. He is pushing in. There is an Elbing, our Elbing, who's probably gonna get the kill, as well as a Monty who's just there to provide that crossfire. Yep. And our dude mate gets the kill. So since we've dealt with the Zhao and there's not much left except for an Elbing and a Venezia in A, we see that the main focus of the enemy is going to be at B. They have 3 battleships in the middle with the Venezia. So let's try and get that focus in. Something landed pretty decent torps on that Colombo, so that's good. And this is the first time, as you can see, we've launched the torp planes. The torp planes aren't the best mode of engaging in the Nakhimov. Probably one of the weaker planes, weakest planes actually of the Nakhimov for engagements. Since we are holding on to a lot of ordnance, we need to use the torps as well. We've racked up 108k already, so pretty decent game in my opinion. Here Elbing is he just conveyed to me that he wants to go in towards B, so we'll just keep that support in. We've lost C potentially since the Ohio and the Petro are still kiting. And yeah, here you can see how weak these planes are. You do not get a heal on any of these planes, and yeah, they're just tearing these planes apart. Unfortunately, we lost all of our planes. We did get a drop off, I believe. We got 3 torps in. That is, yeah, 3 hits. That was decent. That was like a 10k salvo, so that's good. Now I believe it's just BBs here to farm. Probably the Venezia. We do have an Elbing here, so try and get some good strikes in and get combat scout. Nice achievement. Always feels good to be appreciated. And that's when we spot this mortar. Now this mortar is playing pretty aggressive. He is pushing in, and I believe we do have good crossfire in him, so I think this is a good chance to strike him. Now you'll see, just look at the damage numbers rack up. That was a 26k salvo, and I believe Aburgon also had a decent shot on him. He did 20k as well. So we just move in, try and finish this mortar off. He has pushed into a bad spot. Now C is gonna be a bad place for anyone to play. That Petro is probably in a bad spot. He is being chased by Yu Yang, but unfortunately we cannot support that. We do have A and B, which we need to try and cap, since we are running low on points. Unfortunately, I aimed too high and got 7 non-pens on the Nakhimov, on the mortar. However, Petro finished him off, so that's always a good sign. Now this is a really advantageous position for us. We have more hit points, we are getting A as well as B, and we are also on potentially, we also have a CV. Well, they don't. This just covers such an extensive amount of basically of how much you can just impact the game in a CV. Them not having a CV is a big deal. spotting in itself is so necessary, so important in this game that having a CV is crucial in a CV game. Now we did bring up the torps here. Unfortunately, that was potentially a dev strike by Alburgon. It's unfortunate he didn't get the achievement, but yeah, we got strike team, always good. We had to drop the bow in Montana there. And let's just try and move in a bit. We get Confederate, very nice, always welcome. Just need to move in now. Try and position our CV in a way that we can have some amount of battle impact. Try and cut down the time of just cruising our planes across. Unfortunately, our Elbing eats a torp there. He does finish up the Thunder, very nice. Very convenient. We are high on ships now. It's just a matter of finishing off low HP targets. Now this Montana is pretty low, so we'll try and get a strike off on him. Let's see how much we do. 14.4k. That's unfortunate. We didn't get the kill. 600 HP. But I believe someone else does, so that's dealt with. Always welcome. Now here, I think just playing a bit more passive and trying to just live longer, make the points tick a bit, try and get A, make sure our prototype doesn't get reset, just spot. We have no idea how much HP that Ven is. Oh, he is pretty healthy. And ooh, that's the Elbing, 8k. Very nice. We'll just try and go for this Monty. He is the lowest. So just go for him. Aburgon and Petro might be able to deal with that Yu Yang on their own, let's see. So very nice. Get shoulder to shoulder. Pretty decent achievement. And we get A. So now we're gonna slowly tick up on points. We are gonna kill that Yu Yang. And we farmed almost every achievement except for coordinated attack by now for our division. So let's see. 179k. Very nice. We have to strike this Venezia. He is pushing in pretty aggressively. He is low. So let's try and deal with him. 7k. He is healing 8k now. Again, we're not going to do much bow in target. Yep. Just for 5k salvo. Not much. And we bring in torps. Now, you have to keep in mind, the torps, the arming distance is pretty bad. One of the worst, it's actually the worst arming distance on CVs for torp planes, the Nakhimov, which is unfortunate. And yeah, we just go in. Try and get a strike off, just keep these two spotted at all times. Just keep this spotting up. Drop a fighter. And I was thinking of going for the Montana here, since the Venezia is stuck. And look at the torp arming distance. I aim outside, unfortunately the torps drag out onto the beach and we do not get a strike off. Now, it's just the Montana left. We have shots incoming from everywhere. And just 40 seconds on the clock, it's just a matter of finishing him, and whoever gets the kill would be very nice. Yeah, we're just trying to get that limit out. And it is Abu Ghan to finish it off to get coordinated attack in the end. And now here are the end results. Just bring them up. And that should be it. I'll also bring up my Nakhimov build, what we are running. Here is the equipment. And here are the captain skills. Alright. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much. See you next time.